that there's a law from the 1950s that requires these signs. And in the 50s, Massachusetts had a governor who was a real machine politician, and he worked very, very hard to get this law passed. And that turns out to be because he had a brother who was in the sign business. Every year I drive out to Cape Cod for the last part of June. Leave the city by 10 and you're there in the late afternoon. On the way, there's a village called Marion that you pass through. The first time I approached it, I'll always remember the sign that came into view. It said, "Entering Marion," and I thought, what a fun little sign. But the feeling of entering Marion had a kick that was hard to define. A rapturous rush, a physical flush, chills up and down the spine. For the few minutes I was in Marion, oh, Massachusetts was mine. Well, you know how it is. Got to be like an annual thing. The first blush of summer, the event that would start each vacation off with a bang, was entering Marion. 3 marvelous minutes of bliss. How I loved entering Marion with her magic municipal kiss. Then one year, who knows why, I decided to try a new route. So I got out my map and I traced one I thought was a butte. After driving all morning, I came to the top of a hill, where a sign stood before me that promised a new kind of thrill. It said, "Entering Beverly," which was lovely and not overbuilt. And the pleasure of entering Beverly far outweighed any feelings of guilt. I could say I'm contrite, but it wouldn't be right, for the truth is that later that day I found myself entering Sharon. It was there, so was I, we enjoyed it, hey, what can I say? By the next year I'd try any route just for novelty's sake. I was cursed with a thirst that no single township could slake. Oh, at the wheel I looked calm, but inside I was running amok, when a sign in the road dead ahead sent me straight into shock. Entering Lawrence. My God, I was out of control. And I no sooner finished with Lawrence than boom, I was entering Lowell. Then I backtracked and re-entered Lawrence, then Quincy and Norton as well. Around midnight I pulled into Athol and flopped in a Fleabag motel. I slept fitfully till the dawn was breaking, wrestling with this promiscuous route I'd been taking. Then, wending my way into Darien, a name came clear as a clarion. I turned on a dime, and in 2 hours' time, I was entering Marion. How totally wonderfully great, how grand to be entering Marion after tramping all over the state. Every sleaze bucket burb, every tryst by the curb had really just helped me to find I'm happiest entering Marion. I guess I'm the Marion kind. Oh yes, I'm the Marion kind.
John Forster! Well, this is tuning. I'll tell you a Tom Lehrer story. The late great Tom Lehrer was a great fan of both John's and Chris's. He bought all their records. he was not a great fan of me. Now, that's partly because when he was a family friend. When I was 12, my parents dragged me over to his house and said, "Tom, why don't you let our son play you a song and you tell us whether he's got any talent?" And so I'd written my first song for my girlfriend Jane. It was called, weirdly, Jane. And so I played it for him, and he says, "Well, it's a song," which I've treasured forever, and which he was always embarrassed to say, "No, I didn't say that." I said, "Oh yeah, you did." Anyway, so carry on, medley time.
These are all busking what we call the old medley. Hello darkness, my old friend. I stood up too fast again.
They're all about that long. You ready, Robin?
Tell me what you say. Tell me what you said just now.
It's the early bird again. Dinner at 3:30's fine.
Old man, you don't have to be down. I say, old man, get your head off the ground. Old man, there's a lot to be found, and it comes with your subscription. AARP, it's fun to read about folks old as me. You can take a safe bath, you can ride up the stairs, save a bundle on your bus fare when you subscribe to your AARP.
My dentist gets rich when I'm in the chair. That's just the way of the world. Old fillings they wear. Send in the crowns. My mouth needs repair.
Well, it was 10:17 when I walked in the latrine. Waited far too long and way too full of beer. Now young guys pee one after another. Ooh, why am I still standing here? Try to remember